Thank you for coming to the Story Tree. I'm beneath a poplar in a little wild park in Calgary, Alberta. Today's story is about when the Earth began. Now, you know that you were a little baby once, but did you ever imagine that our planet was a little baby once too? Scientists have many ways to tell the story of how the Earth was born. Story makers have many ways to tell the tale too. This one is called Why We Hum. Once upon a time, in the early days of the universe, there was water and there was sky, and that was all. If you had been around then, you'd either be floating in air or floating in water. But that couldn't have happened, because there were no people back in those olden days. Not a single one. There was water and there was sky, as I have said, and one day they got to talking. They discovered they had both liked music, and they quite enjoyed making music together. Sometimes they even danced. Her wild ripples and waves made music as she moved. His wild thunder and wind added to the beat. Some days the music was breezy and gentle, and some days the music was rockin' and jazzy. For a long, long time, sky and water made music together. But one day, they suddenly realized that they had fallen wildly in love. Well, when that happens, the story changes, of course. One day, Water said, "What if I told you that you were about to become a father?" Sky clapped a shock of thunder and laughed, all deep and rumbly. "What kind of baby could come from the likes of the beautiful sea and me?" he asked. "Well," Water said. But then she couldn't talk anymore because she felt a great wave coming on, and then another, and then another, and those waves were different from any she had ever felt before. Those waves swelled and rose and fell, and oh my goodness, she couldn't believe the feeling. Sky blushed red and gold and purple and pink as he watched, awestruck. Then, from deep within Water, something rose up, slowly at first, and then faster and faster, until whoosh! Sky looked down and saw something in her arms. And that something was not watery or wavy like her, and not cloudy or wispy like him, no. The something was rock solid. Water was holding a miracle. They loved their baby at first sight. They named her Gaia, which means Earth. Mother Water and Father Sky took their parental duties seriously. They watched over baby Gaia with tenderness and love, and they fed her music day and night so she would grow up strong. They sang and hummed the music of the universe. Gaia grew up happy and healthy and safe, the way all children should grow. And beautiful Gaia, who looked so different from her parents, astonished them every single day. As time went on, you see, she changed. She had been born rock solid, but then she added soil over some of her skin. She sprouted waterfalls and streams and lakes. "Look," breathed Father Sky, "she takes after you." Next, she added mosses and plants and trees, and then flowers. And Father Sky thundered, "She's growing rainbows all over the place. She's just like her old man, too." Father Sky and Mother Water could have burst their buttons with pride if they had had any buttons. They were very proud that their baby Gaia had become such an elegant and creative being. Eons passed, and they watched Gaia create fish and birds and animals that swam and slithered and crawled and walked. She made each one carefully from the elements and water in her own body. One day, it occurred to her parents that Gaia had herself become a mother. All those creatures are actually her children. That makes us grandparents now, said Mother Water. They made music for her when she was happy or tired, or needed a lullaby. They watched over their grandchildren too, and each one, jaguar, owl, deer, sturgeon, human, earthworm, toad, heard the songs and learned their meaning. They understood that the music contained messages of love. That is how it has been from the very beginning. And that is why, when you were alone in an elevator, in the shower, paddling a canoe, or hoeing in the garden, a little hum sometimes visits you. Maybe a sweet tune, a chant, or a sad lament. There may be words or perhaps a whistle. Sometimes a whole symphony grows out of it, but other times the little hum flits off just like a butterfly. The tunes, however they come and however long they stay, connect us to the music of all creation. They help us get in tune with our lovely planet. And that is why we hum. Thank you for coming to the Story Tree. My name is Carolyn Pogue. See you next time.